Hey guys, and welcome to Stable Condition, episode 2.
That's good.
I'm Casey Miller.
It's good to see you guys.
Hello.
And that was our buddy Dallas, you might have heard.
Yeah.
He came to visit us because we're recording at our favorite card shop, Chronicle.
Yep.
This place is awesome.
Yeah,
If you live in Lewisville, Texas, definitely come by. They actually sell the My Little Pony trading cards here, unlike everywhere else.
yes, I just bought like 6 High Magic packs.
Yeah, these two have bought basically all the packs in the store.
So come here and outbuy us, please.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Yeah.
we've already got a bit of
They've already got several weeks head
We got a
start.
head start.
But unfortunately, this is our second take because someone was dying laughing.
Shut up. It's not my fault.
It's completely your fault.
It is not. In fact, you know what? I'm thirsty right now.
Oh, is that right?
Are you sure about that?
You wouldn't do this while the mic is recording.
You're damn right I would. Dr. Pepper.
That's our original fan soda. Dr. Pepper.
It came out of my nose.
I got like 7 pictures out of that.
Oh,
If you follow our Twitter, you will see it.
oh, God. It's Gatorade. That's the worst part.
I'll just have myself a nice diet bloke.
And I just have normal bloke.
This is the stupidest joke ever.
And apparently I have to share this bloke under a mistletoe.
Well, I'm doing it with someone naughty.
Oh gosh.
What is Coke thinking?
Oh my.
Anyways.
Whatever they want, they rule the world.
That's true. You like
But
McDonald's.
for this episode, we're gonna discuss episode 3 of My Little Pony Season 1, Ticketmaster.
Yep.
We have 2 questions to answer because we forgot to answer one of them last week.
Did we get a question?
Yeah, from Skulu.
Oh. I didn't know that counted.
Yeah, we're counting it.
All right, fine.
But we're that desperate for questions.
So, hintity, hint, please send in questions.
Ding, ding,
Hint,
ding.
hint, wink.
Nudge.
But Clayton, would you go ahead and want to tell us what the theme or the topic of the week is going to be?
Okay, well, last time, I think when we first started this podcast, we were talking about this being the first one that we do. But last week, for those who listened, we did how did we get into the fandom and what does being a brony mean to us. This week, we're actually going to, and I feel like this is a topic that we might be able to carry for a while. It's
I'm sorry, what? I was busy looking at BB-8.
Thank you. So I think this week what we're going to do is our topic is, what is the difference between a brony and an MLP fan?
Yeah.
I guess. If you want to go that route, I mean.
Well, we talked about it beforehand. And
I don't remember that.
really, that's
Star Wars took over my life shortly after that.
Sure.
Clayton's just making stuff up.
Yeah.
What a jerk.
But this is going to be not much shorter, but shorter than last week because since we're recording at a card shop, they close at 9 and we're recording at 8 p.m. So
Exactly 8 p.m.
It really
Yeah.
is. It is 8 p.m. right now. But so yeah, we do have to kind of keep a bit of a lid on it this time.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, it's time restraints.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, by the way, we have only 1 hour, and it closes at 9, just in case you guys didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh.
just in case. Yeah. Gotta give you some backstory.
Inside jokes.
But let's go ahead and start talking about Ticketmaster since Dewey over here actually wrote down some notes. We'll
Yeah,
let him start
unlike
this
last
week.
time.
Wait, did you say unlike last time?
No, like last time. I have a bunch of notes.
You're a freaking liar.
You want to see them?
You're a little fibber.
Okay. All right, so this is actually an episode.
That was a good point.
Thank you.
So, basically, this episode is episodes 1 and 2 condensed into one little episode where you learn, again, what every pony's like.
I can't tell if you're being serious.
I am being serious. That's what it is.
No, I know.
It's to reinstate the different personalities of these characters.
Good job, J-Thor. All right, we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
I guess we did.
It's already 9 p.m.
I guess we did pretty good with time restraints this time.
Yeah,
Okay, are we gonna be serious now?
I was serious.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah.
And Dewey is left, so the podcast can really start.
No. Okay, so yeah, that actually is a very good point. Where it's basically the first slice of life episode where they just basically say, Rainbow Dash likes the Wonderbolts, Rarity likes fashion, and Blue Blood. Applejack likes to run business for her family and her farm. Pinkie Pie. Really
Pinkie Pies.
she really just like.
She just wants to party.
Yeah, that's the thing is like I wrote
Pinkie
down
Pie is Pinkie Pie.
the motivations.
Snort some cocaine. Snort some vodka if there's some.
Lovely.
You got to snort it or else it doesn't work.
Exactly.
We talking
That's a
about
reference to Blue Mountain State.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen that show, watch it. It's amazing. Even if you don't like football, hilarious.
It's one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. But yeah. So
What about Fluttershy?
Yeah.
Fluttershy just wanted to go to the zoo.
Twilight?
Twilight's Twilight.
Yeah, worst character.
Hey. No, but it's like
You said that last time. And you changed it to Fluttershy. So which is it?
I think every episode he's gonna give
All of them are worst point except for Rarity
gimmicks.
and Celestia.
Gimmicks never die.
Best princess.
Yeah, best princess.
Whatever.
Who are those other ones again? Exactly.
Skyla?
Skyla, yeah, Princess Skyla. Yeah.
Shut up, guys. We're gonna get sued. Okay.
Go on.
Come on, buddy, you can do
What
it.
do you want me
Go
to
on.
Come on, just go down your list.
It's a big
Go
Thought you'd
on.
be useless after one episode.
Go on,
Right.
try it.
I haven't had enough. Shut up. I haven't had enough time to get battle hardened. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because you and Dr. Pepper.
I didn't laugh this time.
It's only whenever he drinks. So if you see him at a convention and he's drinking, make sure to go up to him and mention Dr. Pepper.
That's not funny.
That's hilarious.
That's not funny at all.
Especially when he's drinking alcohol.
That's actually that one is pretty funny. So I came up with a little nickname for this episode. Actually,
What?
This is the suck up and kiss ass episode.
Yeah.
Really is.
Something you and I do with a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not going to mention names or anything, but
Yeah, too.
Don't understand it.
pretty much everywhere we go, there's always someone that'll kiss our ass. And it's not a bad thing, but it does get a little annoying at times.
I don't get it. I really don't.
But again, not naming names,
They're
not
just so
saying where it
interesting.
happens. It's usually at conventions, actually.
I don't get it.
Huh?
Guys, you guys are just so interesting.
How?
Yeah.
I don't know. You got that hat, and he has those glasses.
And I also insult you 24/7.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true, boo.
Yeah, and I occasionally pluck strings.
Yeah.
And I'm just there,
Yeah.
Sleeping.
unpopular.
Wow.
You're popular in the Smash community, bro.
No,
But,
don't you associate me with them.
But we're getting off topic. But
Really?
I gotta say, out of all the main six, Rainbow Dash was the absolute worst.
For motives?
Well, not even motives. I'm just like she said that to AJ that she was busy or too busy to help with the farm and grab apples when she was just taking a nap.
Right.
So she's a flat out liar.
True.
At least for Fluttershy, she was like, "Yeah, we're not doing this for the tickets." And then Angel was like, "Yeah, we're doing it for the tickets." She's like, "Oh yeah, we're doing it for
The
the
bluntness
tickets."
of that made
At
me
least
laugh.
she told the truth.
Yeah, and I like how we get to introduce to Angel, who helps her out being more aggressive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until he just becomes a major pain in the butt.
Mm-hmm. And then we start bordering on domestic violence.
Yeah, but I have to say all of them were very selfish for those reasons.
Not
I mean,
Applejack.
AJ had the best reason. to
Applejack
go.
had
Well,
great-
here's the thing. If they actually had vendors there, you think the apple farm would have already gotten an invitation years ago.
Yeah.
Considering they produce the most produce for Ponyville and possibly Canterlot since it's so close. You see in the background in almost every episode.
True.
But we're getting into kind of spoily stuff, even though people have already seen the best night ever, the last episode of the season.
We'll get to that.
But
Well, see, the
all
funny-
of them were very selfish. When I say selfish, what I meant was in not considering Twilight's feelings.
Okay, in that point, I'll agree with that. The funny thing though is about like when I went back and when I went back and watched this earlier today, it got to Rainbow Dash's part, and something just now clicked with me for the first time that didn't click in all the other times I've seen this for some reason. Is how her motivation is she wants to. She basically wants to crash the Wonderbolt show and show herself off. It was like, at sporting events, you'll get thrown out for that.
At least she would be streaking.
Yeah, it's basically along the lines of streaking.
She would get arrested.
Yeah, and then that would probably ruin all chances of getting into the Wonderbolts.
Exactly. But
and she calls it. The funny thing is, she calls it quote unquote audition for the Wonderbolts. Crashing an event that ponies are paying for is not. It's not an audition.
well, here's the thing. It's not. They're not even paying for it. This is sent out by Celestia
True.
to select few.
True.
So technically, Celestia's paying for it. So she's like, Rainbow Dash, how do you plead? Not guilty by reason of insanity. Guilty.
Not guilty. I knew it. Okay, good point.
But
still, she would get kicked out.
But again, this was before they really came up with the Wonderbolt Academy and all that. So
Exactly.
Can't
in
wait to
terms
get to
of
that one.
writing, it makes sense for her to be like, yeah, I would just basically show them up to show that I deserve to be in this.
Oh no, I mean I'm not questioning that. It's just like in reality, if someone did that, it's like I'm gonna go show the Dallas Mavericks how I can totally slam dunk everything.
You better watch out. Dirk will kick your butt.
He totally would. I would get thrown out of the AAC like that.
Yeah, probably by Mark Cuban. Him too.
You know what? I would be okay with that.
Yeah,
I would totally
I
be
can't
okay with
blame you. That would be awesome.
I could go the rest of my life saying,
You could put that on a resume.
Mark, exactly. Like I'm going.
Mark Cuban touched me.
Well,
Hired.
For those who don't know who Mark Cuban is, he's the owner of the Dallas Mavs and one of the richest men in the United States.
he was also the president of the United States of America in Sharknado 3.
Fun fact.
Exactly.
That actually predicts the future.
but it's like I can just picture me trying to get like a job in electrical engineering. Hi, Ross. my buddy Ross graduated from Texas A&M this week, and he's in town now. So big congratulations to our boy Ross, real quick. Yay!
Thanks.
What was that?
Thanks.
Thanks. Thank you, Ross.
Yeah.
That was a great speech.
But it's like apply for a job of electrical engineering. They see on the resume got thrown out by Mark Cuban. He's like, oh,
You're hired.
Right's hired at AF.
how? No. No, it's just like he looks up like, what was it like? Anyways,
Where did he touch us? Anatomically correct doll.
I've actually met Mark though. He's super nice.
Except according to one of my friends, Nick, he worked at I can't remember the name of the. It's a famous theater.
Okay,
down in,
I remember this story, but
I know, but real quick, apparently he's a jerk to staff there because he owns the place. But it's just because he's loud, he gets drunk, all that stuff. This is anecdotal. I can't prove anything. So Mark Cuban, if you happen to be listening,
Don't sue us, please. We love the Mavericks.
sue Clayton Roberts.
Hey, I'm a Mavericks
He's
fan.
your biggest fan.
Yeah, I
But
love it.
yeah, you're right. We are getting very off track. But in terms of the episode where it's at, I think it does a better job of actually explaining the characters.
Well, because that was pretty much the main focus for this one.
As Clayton said, it was the first slice of life episode.
Well, I mean, it's like that's what the first episode tried to do, but you also tried to do that while having the
Nightmare
villain
Moon
to
was
defeat,
there,
which
like-
it's not a bad thing. It's just this episode did have more to work with that.
The villains were 5 friends.
The villains were internal conflict.
Yeah. But what other notes did you write down? Because I never, I don't know if I say this last week, but I never write notes down because I've watched these episodes since 2010. And when I watch them, it all just comes back to what I originally thought.
Actually, here's one I actually want to touch on. What is sarsaparilla? I've never had it.
I don't know. I've
When
had
it's-
sarsaparilla before.
Like
but
in Pinky's Gala song.
I think it's a kind of root beer kind of drink.
You know what? Hang on. Keep talking. I'm gonna look
But
this up. I'm gonna look this up.
I do have, again, the ponies were very selfish, but it was cool of Celestia to be like, yeah, Twilight, why didn't you just friggin' ask?
Yeah. But I
Okay,
did.
well,
You're
hang
my
on.
my most faithful student. Of
On the-
course, I'm gonna get you more tickets.
Well, yeah, but that also kind of that's also the idea is like again one of those things that clicked with me is this is the episode right after Twilight goes on this Twilight and her friends go on this big crusade to stop Nightmare Moon and learn hey
Big
we're
crusade. That's stretching it a little.
they go on this big adventure with the to defeat Nightmare Moon and everything. It's like did Celestia literally just forget that Twilight just now made 5 new friends?
Maybe that
Well,
was
here's the thing.
purpose.
Yeah, it was probably a friendship test.
That's one of the things I was talking about. Is it would have been really funny if at the end, instead of sending a letter that said, "Oh, why didn't you say so? Here's 5 more," you get a letter that says, "Slow golf clap. Congratulations, you passed the test." Congratulations, Twilight.
But also,
Here are your wings.
this showed Spike little differently than any other episode. There's only been like one episode I can think of from memory where he's like, "Oh, that's girl stuff." And the only other time I can think about that is at the beginning of season 5 when he's like, "Yeah, me and Big Mac are gonna spend all weekend talking about hoofball and trading cards and stuff." It's the only time it's been really, "Oh, yeah, I'm a guy, so I'm gonna do guy things, and this is girly things." Which I do have to say, I'm glad that they don't do that to where Spike's like, "Oh, that's girly stuff. I don't want any part of it."
Yeah. Right.
But what other notes did you have?
Well, if this pop-up will get out of the way, I just wanted to let you know I just looked up what sarsaparilla is.
Uh-huh.
And like I said, there's a pop-up.
What is it? What is it?
My God.
What is it?
The anticipation.
Sarsaparilla is a soft drink originally made from the Smilix regale plant. By all means, please correct me if I'm wrong. But now sometimes made with artificial flavors. Sarsaparilla was popular in the United States in the 19th century. Quoted from Wikipedia.
Oh, boy.
That's so trustworthy.
So I guess, okay, so it is a soda. I figured it was, but I never...
Sarsaparilla.
Yeah.
It's more of a Texan thing. You wouldn't get it.
Excuse me?
Says the guy who's wearing a cowboy hat.
And drinks tons of Dr. Pepper.
With a very thick Texan accent.
Shut up, all right? Okay, can we
just for those who don't know, after we got done interviewing Kathy, we talked to her for a little bit, and she pointed out Dewey's Texan accent, and it made him very uncomfortable.
I was like, wait, I don't have an accent. No.
At least she didn't call you the Pookster.
Oh, dude, if you ever become a wrestler, that has to be your name.
Of course.
No, but seriously, real quick, guys, I want to know, do I have a southern accent?
Yes.
Please let no, you don't get to say.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Let us know in the comments if I do, because if I do, I'm going to cry.
See.
Good. Tell him. But what were your other notes? Because this episode's really simple to review because we've already talked about all the ponies and their reasoning for wanting to go.
Let's see.
Twilight sends back the tickets, which is something I was personally happy about. Cause
Yeah, that's my favorite
that's something
part of the
I
episode.
would do.
It's a good
too. Because if my friends can't go, what's the point of going?
It's a good
Exactly.
sacrifice thing.
The way that they made them, made them all feel bad about it. Just like that was my favorite part of the
So
episode.
you like other people feeling horrible?
Good. Yeah.
I like this guy now. But
Are you
it
proud
wasn't
of me?
she wasn't trying to make them feel bad. It was that moment where the straw broke the camel's back of seeing all of them there, and finally all those pent up emotions came up, and she just said, "Look, you're tearing me apart, Lisa."
I know saying that, I was literally just getting ready to get my hands up for that.
It was very good she got to that point to tell them the truth, because that's the best thing you should do in those kind of situations. It's like if I had a ticket to BronyCon or something like that, we lived in that area, and it was the last ticket. Actually, no, we'll change that. 2 tickets. And I had you 2 there, I would give them to someone else because it wouldn't be fair to just invite one of you.
Suddenly, the next day, he gets a tweet from BronyCon. Congratulations, you passed the test.
Sponsored.
So,
As long as we get Dr. Pepper, we're good.
oh, shut up.
I wonder if they have that up there. No, I'm seriously wondering if they have
Don't hold
Dr. Pepper up there.
They don't.
Because
No.
we went to BabsCon earlier this year, and they didn't have Dr. Pepper there, and it nearly tore Clayton apart.
Yeah, when I just went to Breckenridge, Colorado a few weeks ago, and they didn't have sweet tea, and that killed me because I remember I was in one of the sports bars in Breckenridge. Waitress comes up and I go, yeah, can I get a sweet tea, please? And she goes, honey, sweet tea stops south of Oklahoma. What? I felt so devastated. I was like, fine, I'll just have a Dr. Pepper then.
Oh,
We
I'm
have
sorry,
Pepsi.
we don't have that.
Exactly. I was like, is Pepsi okay? Sure.
Yeah.
I had to admit. But no, it was
I
fun.
admit defeat.
Anyways,
But do you have any other interesting points on there? Because no offense to this episode, I do like it, but it's very, very by the book.
It's straight to the point.
I had no
so.
idea. Like, I was actually a little surprised. This isn't on here. It's just I had no idea that this was written by Lauren Faust and Amy Keaton Rogers. I knew Lauren took this, but I didn't know Amy was part of it. I love the Benny Hill theme part. Where they're playing the Benny Hill theme.
There's actually a part I was watching that I completely forgot about in that Benny Hill part.
See, that's one of the
because it's whenever they're hanging underneath the bridge and Spike just falls. I was like, oh.
I didn't notice that. See, that's one of the things I love about going back and reviewing these season 1 episodes and everything is these little parts that I had missed. They're gonna make me laugh my ass off. That's great.
Yeah, you would laugh at Spike's misfortune.
I was talking.
Who
about
doesn't?
Hey.
Oh, that hurt.
A rarity note I put. Again, one of those.
Better be good.
Oh, it's very good. Don't worry. It's one of those things where
You're dead.
Thank you. It's one of those things where she's talking about her fantasy, talking of meeting Blue Blood and everything. And you know, after several hours of meeting him, he's gonna ask for my hoof in marriage, and I'll of course say yes, yes. Go back and listen to the way she
I know. That was the
screamed.
first time you got to hear Tabitha really be rare.
It was hysterical. Like I almost choked on my drink then. And this was earlier today. Like I had completely forgotten about. And I'll say yes. It was hysterical.
And also like how we got a taste that like songs can come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and
like,
the 2 we got were actually pretty damn
we got
catchy.
2 songs out of nowhere.
Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum. But see, this was the point in the show where by this point I was believing that Pinkie Pie was going to be the only character in the show who ever sang songs.
Thankfully, that's not the case.
I'm about to say, as we get deeper into the show, we'll all see that's far from the truth.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Go on.
Thank you.
Yes.
These are good notes.
These are very good notes. Takes him 2 hours to read them.
Who wants?
Who wants to be a millionaire?
No. I remember writing. Who wants the ticket? Battle Royale.
That would have been an awesome.
I'm about to say
episode.
if we could tackle this show, it's like, oh, fine.
I just can't decide. Then it's settled.
No, that's
ding, ding, ding.
Exactly. It's like you see Twilight just go, oh, so y'all want to do this? She gets 2 tickets, lays them down on the ground. Come get them. Just come get them, and you just
No, it'll be just the one because she'd be going.
It's like,
well, who's gonna be my +1?
yeah. She lays it down, just goes.
Actually, that's something that I'm sorry to go to a later episode. The one with Discord and
Make new friends, but keep
that I
Yeah.
can't wait to get to
that one. They got +1s.
Yep.
Yeah. Maybe the gala changed over the years. I don't know.
It was 1 year.
2 galas. No, it's been 2 galas since.
No, they said that was over the course of a year.
Hasn't there been 3 galas though in this
No.
show
Yeah.
so far?
No. We've had Best Night Ever's gala. We had the gala in Suited for Success, and this one.
That wasn't a gala though. That was
Yeah,
a
it was.
No, it wasn't. That was a party that Fancy Pants had.
I could have sworn it was.
That was a gala. That was not a gala. Because Twilight had season 4. I'm sorry to go ahead, but Princess Twilight is exactly 1 year from season 1, episode 1, at the Summer Sun Celebration.
I'll have to
They
go
have
back
2
and
winters.
Yeah, they do. They also celebrate Halloween whenever there's leaves on the trees.
Yeah. First episode, like, that's what I love about season 5. One episode is about Christmas, and one
Immediately after.
Yeah, the very next episode is Halloween.
Exactly. But anyways, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Really?
I have to say it was a good episode. I think we can honestly move on from here because we've really said all there is.
I'm about to say, I like to, if I may kind of get this idea out, I like to end this stuff with summing it up in 7 words or less. I wrote
Not enough rarity.
Pretty absurd at parts, but still fun.
What about you?
It was a pretty good episode.
That's too many words. Count them.
It was a pretty good episode.
That's 6.
You underachiever.
But we'll go ahead and move on to the main topic just because.
This is a good episode.
It was a good episode. Just, again,
It's straight to the point.
Straight to the point and very by the books.
Yeah.
There are later episodes that will be much better and throw in more wrenches into the machine, if one could say.
Okay, good.
It's all right. Next time you take a drink, I'll get you.
I meant to
But,
slip that by him.
No, I was in the middle of talking, and I don't want to let our lovely viewers not hear my dulcet tones.
So caught up in the moment, huh?
Exactly.
All right, fine.
But so, in your opinion, what's the difference between a My Little Pony fan and a brony?
Did I ever tell you about that's actually how I started talking to Avery?
No.
Yeah, I had met him at A-Fest, I believe the year before, but I didn't actually know the guy. When I first met him, I was actually mad at him because he stole our Flim Flam idea.
Yeah.
I told you about that?
You bastard.
Basically, way back when my buddy Seth and I, we had plans on We wanted to cosplay as the Flim Flam Brothers, and do the song and stuff. And then I see Avery, who I've never seen this guy before in my life. He's walking down A-Fest, and he's got the Flim Flam, but since he doesn't have a second person, he has half a mustache. He has half a mustache, so he can be both of them. And I look at that and go, that son of a bitch stole our idea. And so, I go up to him and it's like, hey, can I take your picture? Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, nice to meet you and everything. And it's like, yeah, it's good. And I walked away and it's like, I'm still salty.
Later, you didn't know, but you become his waifu.
It's true. But the next year, I met him again. And I told him, I was like, dude, I was mad at you because you stole our idea and everything. And by stole, I mean he beat us to it. But we basically, Howie, he and I just started talking. Basically, that conversation you have with somebody after it's done, you say, yeah, let's stay in touch.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. This was pretty much that for us, where we walked around the courtyard for A-Con for about, I'd say 2 hours or so, talking about this specific thing. So I wanted to start with you guys, actually, of what you think the difference is.
I don't really think there is a difference. It's just titles.
Okay. What about you?
I'm sorry to be that blunt about it, but I've never understood why some people absolutely have to categorize people as a brony or just a fan of the show. Well,
I mean, at the end of the day, I will agree. I do think it all comes down to self-preference, as it does, honestly, with any fandom.
Right.
But
I'm sorry, I don't have a better answer, but it's just that's how I've always felt. I don't understand why people have to give people titles. I think it's just one of those things of, since the human mind has to basically be organized for some things and categorize them into different subjects, that's just what the people naturally do.
Yeah.
They would, instead of, if we went out to, we'll say, Chicago or something, they would see us and they hear our voices and your horrible Texan accent.
Shut up!
And they would classify us as Texans instead of just Americans or human beings.
Right.
That's just naturally how it comes.
Yeah.
No, that's a fair point. Well, again, I think. So, are you with him on that, or?
Pretty much. I guess the main difference for me is that you're a brony if you keep up with the fandom. If you go on EQD and
See, that's kind of what I was going to drive at. Is I think the line basically is an MLP fan is someone who just they enjoy the show, they watch it, they look forward to the next episode,
and that's it.
Then they leave it at that. Exactly. The bronies are basically those Xing out all matters of it's all of self-preference. Yes, I know, but for the sake of this, it's they're the ones who take the next step. They're the ones who go on EQD. They
research it.
They read the fanfics. They read the fanfics. They look at the art. They delve into the culture. They read the fanfics, all that stuff. They make the music and stuff like that.
You could see him, but he was winking.
Totally not shameless plugging. But yeah, it's just the people who like to get into the culture behind it. And of course, it always comes down to, do you want to take that? I'm trying to think of a good thing to compare this to.
Do you want to be a brony?
Oh, no.
That's not funny.
That's hilarious.
That's not funny.
Well, I do agree with Jay, though. It's we never really needed a name for it. Did really?
I mean, it's nice to have a name so you can find other people in this fandom that like the same stuff as you. It's really nice, but for the average person, they're just like, oh, you're a brony.
Pretty much, yeah.
It means nothing to them, all it means something to us.
Well, it could. Mm-hmm. I mean, to other people, there's people that say, yeah, I guess I'm a brony. And stuff like that, where it's a title that, they're pretty lax on, they don't really care too much. And then there are others where it's yeah, I'm a brony, and, it's something I hold dear to me. So, yeah, I suppose there's a big difference to it. What, did we get a question or something?
No, just continue going, sorry.
Okay. Looking back on it, I wonder how we kept this topic going for 2 hours. I mean, that's kind of...
You're pretty much done.
Well, yeah, it's just what do you prefer to call yourself? It's I watch the... someone who's I watch the show and everything. Excuse me. But I watch the show, but... Actually, no, here's a good one. What about those that are I watch the show and I enjoy it, but I don't know a whole lot about the fandom. I don't know where to begin. It's where do you think? Do you think they'd be a bit of a middle ground between the two? Or?
Yeah, they'd be a brawn.
a brawn.
Yeah.
Cue the musical number of, oh, there's so much to see, so much to
Exactly.
do.
Yeah, you can take that one, buddy.
Oh, I'd love to.
I know
I
you
would
would.
love to do.
I wouldn't wish that upon any poor soul getting to this fandom.
It
I'd
has
just be
to
like,
be him.
like go to Equestria Daily. Just start where we all started.
Yeah, but I'd have to sing them on their way to
No.
Equestria Daily.
It's just one simple click away.
Well, I could sing
Well-
by clicking for them.
No.
No, gross.
But yeah, I just don't really know what to say about this particular subject, just because.
I think that's kind of funny. We had a bit of an open and shut subject on an open and shut episode.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
no way we're
the
going to
thing
hit
is-
an hour and a half.
I just don't really have much of an opinion on it. It doesn't really happen to me. Like, unlike you two, I've never dealt with real life brony hatred or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've always just had people like, oh, okay, that's cool.
And then they leave it at that.
Or
Yeah.
they just don't care whatsoever, like my parents. They don't care.
No, they secretly judge you.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What do you think's going? What do you think?
So does Kitty.
No.
Kitty's
Not
his
Kitty.
cat.
Killer laughs at you behind your back.
I'll kick Killer out of the
Killer's gonna bite me again.
I'm okay with that.
Killer's his really cute and energetic dog.
Yeah. Really energetic.
Yeah.
Because for my birthday this year, which Clayton still hasn't given me donuts.
Oh my God, is that really what it's? You know what? I'll look into that when we go to BabsCon. All right. How about some
that's-
San Francisco donuts? How's that
No!
Ew.
They suck!
sound? How do you know? You've never had them?
So? Actually, no, I did have one.
What? When?
I had a bear claw at that little place at over by Babs. Roar.
Ah, bear claw.
But that little
We also had-
diner place we went to.
The one that Ross was super obsessed with.
Yeah, the one I liked too because it was nice food and for a cheap price. But I had some of their donuts and they're just They're no Aussies, that's for sure.
And their extravaganza pizzas.
Do you want to save these BabsCon stories for some other time, or do you actually want to like tell them now? Because we're gonna tell a bunch of stuff at some point.
Things happen to us at every convention we go to.
We've been doing this for a long time, and we got some stories for you guys.
Yeah, we do.
There's-
But we will be going to BabsCon next year. So if you happen to be one of our listeners in San Francisco,
One of the
we're gonna be trying to get a panel and stuff like that. So definitely come by and see
We'll
us.
see what it.
The only one that'll charge you for autograph is Clayton because he's so full of himself.
totally.
He has so many subscribers, guys.
I have
a
so
grand
many.
total of 2.
I have so many. I can still count them.
But and plus we are planning on going to BronyCon next year as well. So
Mhm.
we're hitting the major conventions for sure.
That's right.
It's gonna be fun on the button.
We have a lot of goodies coming up next year.
Yeah, we do. That just means that some of us have to cut back on conventions that we normally go to. But
Yeah. I think
Uh,
we've already discussed which ones to let go.
yeah, just let it go.
God,
I don't know why you didn't see that coming.
I really should have. I'm mad. Give me a chair to throw. I'm mad.
But oh yeah, we do have some questions.
Yes.
Only
Yes.
2.
Aw.
But still.
So since it's the most recent one, let's go ahead and get Scootaloo's out of the way.
No, we're going to do Lightning Runner or Danny's first since he's been waiting the longest.
Right.
And his question is, I will tweet it out whenever we're recording. So if you want to send us a question, pay attention to our Twitter, or you could just email us. Either or, I'll see it. But Danny's question is, what's the best con you've attended? And mine would have to be Nightmare Nights 2013.
You know what? Let's do it right in front of the mic. Yes, that's mine too, honestly.
What about you?
I don't know. I really enjoyed BabsCon when we went.
Get out of here.
Okay, see you later.
It was a good episode.
But for those that don't know, I was part of a convention called Animation Celebration.
We remember BronyFest first.
Yeah, I started a convention called BronyFest in Lewisville, Texas. And the person I worked with, Amanda, she basically stole that convention right out from under me and decided to change it from a My Little Pony convention to an animation convention because it would make
Quotation
more
marks
money.
around animation.
Yeah. And so
That's-
that con completely burned. Like, it was Lost Pegasus Light.
So here's
that's a story for another podcast.
Yeah,
Trust me.
that's
We'll tell the entire story someday.
No, I know exactly when we could. We were actually talking about this earlier. The anniversary of that is the 2-year anniversary is coming up in late March. So why don't we, quote unquote, revisit the site?
Oh yeah, we definitely will.
Tell all those lovely stories, because trust me, that would take. I'm not even sure if we'd be able to do it all in one episode.
We could. It would just be a super long episode.
Well,
but
we will cross that bridge when we get to it, because it is a long road.
But basically, this woman, for anyone that knows Nightmare Nights, it's run by Jeremy Sewell, also known as Chef Sandy, and Bob Carr. And she would go around telling people that Nightmare Nights was a furry sex convention where they'd be selling inappropriate artwork. There'd be fursuiters, which I have no problem with fursuiters, but she'd say they'd be having sex and stuff in the hallways and all kinds of stuff.
Amanda did have a problem with fursuiters and just furries in general.
Yeah, she absolutely despised furries, which I don't understand
why. These were her words.
Yeah, and she would say this basically under my guise.
Mm-hmm.
She would say that I was saying all this. So Nightmare Nights comes up, and I really wanted to go. My buddy Steven, also known as Board Game Brony, was there, and he was like, "Hey, I'm up here for the convention. Are you gonna come?" I was like, "I want to, but I'm not sure if Chef Sandy and Bob Carr would want me to because of all the drama Amanda has caused." So I sent a direct message to Chef Sandy through Twitter. I was like, "Hey, I know there's been a lot of bad blood between what Amanda says and what's happening with all this stuff, but I've never had any ill will. Would you guys mind if I came to your convention?" And I was getting really nervous because this was several hours ago, and it's getting closer when Board Game's going to pick me up. And the chef's just like, "Oh yeah, dude, we always knew that you weren't saying that stuff. We've known that you've been a supporter of us." So I was like, "Yeah, definitely come." So I did. I could only buy a 1-day badge.
Did that surprise you, by the way?
Kind of. I was really hoping that they knew that I had nothing to do with that. But I could only buy a 1-day badge because I was out of work at the time. Mm-hmm. I had just gotten fired from Walmart and all that. And so I went, and I had one of the best times I've ever had at any convention. I've been going to conventions for over 11 years now.
It's running on 6 for me.
Yeah, like, I've been doing this for a long time, and it was just a wonderful atmosphere. I had fun with people. You and me and Seth stayed up till, like,
that was so
7 in the morning in the corral before they renovated into something wretched.
Yeah, we could turn it into a drinking game of how many times we said. We could turn it into a drinking game of how many times I think just Seth said, "Guys, I gotta get home."
Yeah.
Because he didn't get a room, he didn't get a badge, he didn't care to stay, but he still wanted to show up, and he's like, "I don't know, I gotta get home, I got work in the morning," which lo and behold he did, and bless his heart, the following day with that.
Yeah, like, it was just amazing time. I've never had so many good memories. Now, after that, I ended up working for Nightmare Nights, so I get a free badge and a free room now because I run con ops.
I'd say you're underselling it, he's con ops.
Yeah, I can ban you.
He already has to me, so...
Trixie, you're banned again.
Oh.
So, and then there were 2.
But,
at least I'm not banned from the podcast.
Oh, just give it time.
They'll mute your mic even though we're all using the same mic. Well, there's the word.
I just had an absolutely wonderful time. One of the best 3 days of my entire life. And, yeah, I'm glad that from that I became one of the head staff members of Nightmare Nights, and now I look forward to it every year.
Absolutely. Okay, well, like I said, I have the exact same answer. Nightmare Nights 2013, but I guess this is from a different perspective now.
Oh, which, by the way, just a little keynote. That was the first Nightmare Nights ever.
Yes, yeah. I know we're just so used to saying like Nightmare Nights 2013, 2014, or whatever, but 2013 was the first. Yeah. So, anyways, as he said, I was one of the people at the time. Looking back on it, I was such an idiot.
Well, in your defense, you had no clue.
I know.
I didn't have a chance to tell anyone what Amanda was like because she was always watching.
That's true. But, yeah, that was the thing is, like, as Nightmare Nights, because when I first heard of it, I was like, my first thought is that we had just gotten back from Brony Fest, which was a really special weekend that we'll talk about another time. But it's like it was our
Well,
first.
real quick, I do want to stress this about Brony Fest.
Yeah, go for it.
I got into $8,000 of debt that I'm still paying off, and I wouldn't trade it again for anything because I made that con to be small for a reason. Because one of the guys that comes to our meetup every other week, which is when we have them, Jordan, he said that he literally learned every person's name at that convention and became good friends with all of them. I did that so introverts, extroverts could get together and just find new friends.
Worked for me.
Yeah, I mean that's how you and I met too.
Yeah.
Can we save that for another time?
I'm so sorry.
Shut up. They're referring to something
I know. We'll go on to that because we'll have a special episode.
Up, it's 8:35 and I do plan on locking the door at 9.
All right.
Okay.
Much appreciated. Thank you.
Sorry about that interruption.
It was the owners of the shop saying, "Hey guys, we close in half an hour." So
Yeah.
I think we're doing all right on time though.
Yeah, so we'll tell the story late March.
Yeah, we'll tell.
And just warning, it's going to be a very long episode.
Yeah, Brony Fest Animation Celebration. Honestly, we might separate those episodes.
Yeah, the good and the bad.
Exactly.
And then the ugly will be all about you.
Oh, thank you. So, anyways, yeah, from the perspective of 2013's Nightmare Nights, yeah, that was the time whenever I had. I believed everything Amanda said, and I thought, like, oh my God, this is really going to be something that's going to hurt, Brony conventions' reputations everywhere. Which, honestly, it's absolutely foolish now, but I just didn't know what to think of it. And as Nightmare Nights grew closer and closer and closer, I became more and more unsure. It's like, I'm trying to figure out what to compare it to is, like, really, really wanting to go or do something that's like, but I don't know, or something like that. Until, for those who don't know about, like, music and everything, for like my musical influences from the fandom, Mando Pony is one of my personal favorites. Like I'm a huge fan of his work. Great inspiration on a lot of what I did. And I believe it was like a week and a half before Nightmare Nights was coming. I saw him on his Twitter. He announced, "Oh, don't forget, guys, I'm gonna be at Nightmare Nights." And I'm like, damn it, I have to go now. And if I recall, I sent Jthor a text like, "Listen, man."
No, you didn't have my number at the time. This was at a meetup.
Oh, okay, yeah. But I came straight to you. I was like, "Listen, man.
Do you mind if we talk?"
Yeah, that's right. I said, "Hey, man, can I have a word with you in private?" And we got pulled aside, and I said, "Listen."
We went outside to make sure Amanda and no one else could hear.
Yeah.
Because everyone was bad-mouthing Nightmare Nights.
And yeah, prying eyes would have really hurt that. But basically, I said, "Listen, I don't know what to do at this rate. I mean, Mando wants to meet him, if at all. What's on?
All right, just continue going.
Yeah." And so Jthor basically said, he was very blunt about it. But he basically said, "I don't give a crap what Amanda says. Go." Which, honestly, I needed to hear that. I really needed to hear that. So I went into Nightmare Nights hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. Because in the event that she was right, and like it was the most laid back, super cool, super chill. It was completely family friendly and everything. It's just everyone was there having a good time. There was no sex parties or anything like that. It was absolutely ridiculous and blown out of proportion to no end. It was amazing. Again, we need to dedicate another episode to stuff that happened at Nightmare Nights, but to keep it specific to why it's so special to me is because I actually got the chance. I actually ran into Mando Pony on complete accident. And Trixie here was with me whenever that happened. So you are more than welcome.
Adorable.
You are more than welcome to chime in and laugh at me on probably one of my biggest fanboy moments ever. But basically,
it went down the wrong hallway.
yeah, we were looking for our room and we went down the wrong hallway. And this was like right before the concert was getting ready to start. So I had to run to my room to grab something real quick. I forget what. But we were trying to find our room. We overshot it and went down. I think our room was like 2070. We went down 2170 towards that way. So we overshot it. And who just so happens to be walking this way. And I freak out. I go, wait. Mando Pony? And he looks at me with a big dorky smile and goes, "Hi!" Like he just waves and goes, "Hi!" And of course, everyone else is laughing. But I took that moment. I'll be straight up. I got a little choked up. I mean, the guy's one of my heroes. So to actually meet him on complete accident, I wasn't exactly prepared for that. So, I let him know, like, you're a huge inspiration on my music. I wanted, you inspired me to do a lot of this stuff, to write pony music. I want to do what you do, cheesy. And he gave me, like, a really big bear hug and everything. It was super cool. And it's just, it was so cool actually talking to him and everything. And he was obviously in a rush to go to the concert. And I remember one of the things was what I had to tell him before he left, like, oh, listen, I want to let you know one of my absolute favorite songs you do is a song called When I Find My Wings. And he looks at me, smiles, and says, you know what, I think I'm going to do that song. Lo and behold, it was one of the last songs he did of the whole concert. And that was a super cool experience. If you go on YouTube and look up the that concert from Ponyville Live, because they posted it, if you put your ear to the screen, you can hear me on several occasions either screaming my head off or shouting something silly at him. But I was having the time of my life. And that's kind of the difference between Brony Fest and Nightmare Nights. Was Brony Fest was the first convention where like I had first had songs written, I had something to advertise under my belt, and that was pretty much an incredibly special weekend that said, yes, this is something I want to be a part of. But it was Nightmare Nights that really lit that fire and that passion under me. Is like, Brony's Fest said, yes, I really want to do this. Nightmare Nights said, yes, you bet your ass I want to do this. It was one of those things. And, like, again, there are so many stories I could tell for Nightmare Nights, but how many times are we going to say, let's save that for another episode?
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, Trixie,
Nightmare Nights.
what'd you like about Babs?
Amazing.
First of all, it was the first time I've been on a flight.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, my God, that's right. I totally forgot.
It's the first time I went on a flight to anywhere, and the first out-of-state con I've ever been to.
That was a first for all of us.
Yeah, that was
it was a lot of fun just getting to the con itself. Acting
Define
like
fun.
acting like
Oh, don't worry.
Oh, my
We'll
God.
tell that story.
Don't fly, Spirit. Anyways.
just acting like a bunch of stupid
Texans.
tourists.
Again, we gotta save this stuff for
Yeah.
that, though, because that's such a great.
But what about the con did you have fun with? Besides spending over $500,000 on
I spent over
signatures?
$500,000 on
I
signatures.
think you have a problem.
But you know what? I got to meet like all these fantastic voice actors and writers. Like Daniel Ingram, he's one of the nicest guys I've talked to.
Seriously.
Rebecca Soche was really awesome. First time I met Marika was there as well.
Yeah, she's cool. It's
I love
shame we
Marika.
couldn't get an interview with her.
I know.
Such a shame.
Wait,
I
hey,
love her so
hey,
much.
Our chance will come.
And thanks to me, you actually discovered what else she was in, Black Lagoon.
Oh, Black Lagoon
That's
is so
right.
good. Can't
Yeah.
believe that's Marika.
I know. If you watch My Little Pony, then you watch and you watch Black Lagoon, you're
Which
like,
is the opposite
what?
of My Little Pony.
That's
Yeah.
Gilda?
That's Sonata Dusk?
yeah.
My God.
Which
she
one-
swears like a sailor.
Which one? Which one was she in Black Lagoon?
Revy Two Hands, the main character.
Really?
The main
Wait,
character.
The main was Marika?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that anime in so long.
And then Tabitha St. Germain is Roberta the maid.
Who
they
is
Oh
fight
my
against.
God.
Who is
she's so
Kathy again?
awesome.
She was this one little boy.
I forget his name, but yeah.
He-
Let's call him Spike.
Yeah, well, Spike was being protected by Roberta.
That's
awesome.
Oh my God, I gotta go back and watch that.
But we'll go ahead and answer the other question from our friend Scootaloo, who asked who got to do the daring do. And that was me with Dr. Pepper in the card shop with the Gatorade.
You just got. You guys.
Speechless and clueless.
Yeah, guys have to look up at that picture on our Twitter. It's
It's-
beautiful.
I'll put a link of it in the description.
The most graceful facial expression I've ever given.
You look like a rat.
if that picture doesn't swoon you off your feet, nothing will.
Yeah.
That's right. I mean, hey, ladies.
I'm sorry, ladies. He's single.
Hey, ladies, am I right?
But I think this is a good point to go ahead and end at.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we will be back. Will we be back next week? I don't know if you guys are busy next Saturday or Sunday.
Well, with it being Christmas, it's going to be cutting it a little close as
It'll
far
be
as...
after
Friday is
Oh, I know.
Friday is Christmas. So.
I thought Saturday was Christmas.
Me too.
No, it's Friday.
Oh, thank God. Yeah.
Honestly,
we'll,
I think I'll be all right.
yeah.
As long as you guys can Skype in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We'll work it out. Hey, when there's a will, there's a way, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
So, yeah.
if you, let's see. I actually do have something I'd like to plug real quick, if it's all good with you. Speaking of Christmas,
They should go see Krampus.
oh God, no, don't go see Krampus. That movie is stupid.
Do go see Star Wars, though. It's very good. I'm not giving any spoilers. These people would kill me. Hell, I would get banned from the shop for life.
We would lose all of our subscribers.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, the thing I would like to plug is a song I'm working on. It will be posted on Christmas Day. It's actually the first non-pony song I'm ever writing.
Get out of the fandom.
Well, that's the thing. There's going to be plenty of other pony songs before that. I'm just saving those for when 2016 starts. But yeah, this is going to be my first ever non-pony, I guess, Clayton Roberts song. So definitely look forward to that on my channel. I hope to be posting it to my brand new Bandcamp that I made, so check that out too.
You can do it, Sammy.
That's not funny.
I was quoting Supernatural.
I don't
sir.
care. I know what you're doing, and it's not funny. But yeah, look forward to that brand new song on Christmas. Look forward to that. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz.
Sponsored
By Blocked Pepper. Yeah.
Plug. And also, whenever we release our first episode, You Can't Do That from What Came Down Productions. I think you guys will enjoy it.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's gonna be horrible. But anyways,
Starring us three.
we're gonna go ahead and sign off here. So we will see you guys next time.
Love you guys.
With what's the next episode again? Griffin the Brush Off?
No, Applebuck season.
Applebuck season.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. All right.
All right.
I'm
We'll
doing the
see you all
dare-do.
later.
Did you need anything from the store before
I'm-
it closed down the register?
No, we're good.
Yeah, we're all right.
I'm JWhoof, and this guy's Trixie. So
I'm
we'll
Trixie.
see you all later.
Yeah, forget the other guy.
On the
Bye
other
bye.
side.